Overland Expo 2025. This was right in our backyard in SoCal at the OC Fair and Event Center. A 2-day event that was held this past March 15th and 16th. The rigs of Overland Expo. The parking lot was a show in itself, with a wide array of rigs from SUVs, pickups, the van lifers, as well as Class B and Class C RVs. This is my first time attending Overland Expo, as they're usually out of state. It's a venue for those who are intrigued with travel by land, whether on asphalt or off the beaten path, where the busy hustle and bustle of the city will be scarce, and nature with its glorious mountains, rivers, and lakes will be plentiful. So come along and take a look at my day at Overland Expo. Subaru and Honda here showed some cool examples. Fun fact, we went on Fire Road last year. There was a Tundra, Honda Passport, and Toyota Sienna, and we did all fine, albeit just a little bit sketch. We start off at the Toyota booth with some Trail Hunters and the new Land Cruiser. In comparison to the TRD Pro with Fox shocks marketed towards Baja high-speed performance, the Trail Hunter is dialed towards overland purpose with OME suspension. Originating from Australia, they're the same stuff I outfitted on both of my 4Runners. You'll get the balance with a heavier carrying load and have a more comfortable ride at the slower speeds over terrain. OME is the suspension brand of ARB, who has been one of the earliest makers of products such as this portable fridge, roof racks, steel bumpers, and skid plates. I still have my 3rd gen 4Runner and had a 4th gen. The truth is, the back seats will be cramped for adults or teens. You'll be fine for local travel and commute, but keep that in mind if you're planning long road trips. That's why you'll see most rig owners ride solo or with their partners only, and convoy with others who have their own rig with a similar passenger count. Toddlers to preteen is your perfect medium. Overhead storage, control panel. It's pretty nice. The support goes beyond just vehicles. It's the tools needed for your journey, from packing equipment, coolers, cooking supplies, power stations, and solar charging. All the things necessary to make your journey safe and your campsite comfortable. There was plenty of live education from the seasoned experts themselves. They discussed the essentials they use, ways to step up your culinary in the backcountry, along with demonstrations on how certain gear works, and most importantly, first aid. One of the best things about the show is seeing the equipment in person. I'm sure we all have a list of our favorite products and no way to see it in hand except online and through reviews from others who purchased it. So with a bit of pre-planning, I scoped their exhibitors list and knew which companies I wanted to see and the products I was looking for. Many openly allowed you to step into their rigs, and this was the best time not only to drool, but really see if the product would work in your scenario. I'm a family of 4, so I always account for that space. Some items I have a desire and want, but with the accountability of space, I absolutely have to be sure that it's something I need. For instance, there was this carbon steel cookware set. It's compact with 2 pans that stack into each other, but their overall weight felt very similar to what my current cast iron setup is. So I put that on the did not need list. Another is a navigation mounting dock station that fits above my rearview mirror. You'll be able to mount additional items such as GPS screens or a GoPro for some cool shots. The downside is I lose the ability to fold my sun visors all the way forward. On long road trips, I absolutely need my sun visor, and that pushed that off the list as well. So definitely plan in advance and it'll help you narrow your decisions. I really enjoyed seeing everyone's rigs. You're seeing it from the seasoned users, so this is a good time to analyze their layout and purpose. From organization in storage space to the essentials they load it with. They were all welcoming in questions for each purpose. The downside I found was that majority were set up for 2-person or solo. I did find 4-person layouts, but they were in the heavy-duty league, like the Storyteller and Earthroamer, which I'm not ready to give up my kidneys for yet. This is a Mitsubishi Pajero Evolution, a limited run vehicle in the late 90s that allowed Mitsubishi to compete in the Dakar Rally production class. This is the Nuke van from Chuckle's Garage at the PRP booth. It was one of 3 rigs built in 1953 for the state of California's civil defense by the Aluminum Body Corporation. Its primary purpose was to be a fast response vehicle during the Cold War in case of a nuclear incident. Handmade to aircraft standards, the Nuke van was outfitted with lead walls and radiation suits at the time. Today, Chuckle's Garage converted this rig to 4x4 to tour him and his family. Here's a nice build from Where's the Delica on IG. It's an 05 Isuzu landscaping truck converted to 4x4 with ARB lockers, Fox shocks all around, and this completely custom camper he had designed and had a factory in China build, shipping it to Long Beach. The overall cost was around $50K, not too bad for a rig that will get you to the most remote location and be comfortable off the grid. This is the 50 Mundos rig. You can find him on IG and YouTube. His rig is a 2014 Volkswagen Worker 15.210, a 4x4 built in collaboration with the Brazilian Army. These are the kind of rigs where you measure travel in SPG with miles per gallon. This was a cool booth by Foundation Vehicles. They had two demos, the Sprinter 170 wheelbase 3500 XD, which is a cargo, and this behemoth that will put you into the Earth Roamer size category. These are perfect for upfitters who don't need to square off a van filling it with furring strips. You could use aluminum extrusion like 80/20 and completely customize a full interior including bed, countertops, overhead cabinets. Think of a bare bones Echo. It utilizes a fire retardant R12 composite wall. You'll find 80/20 mounting points in the interior and exterior. It's a full cab over with pass-through, so there is a bit of a climb. It's a cool rig and it will definitely make a nice platform base. Also, I finally got to see a speckle, aka the Sprinter Echo by Winnebago. It uses an insulated composite shell. You'll find an immediate temperature difference in these compared to a hot steel box from your vehicle or just being in a tent with no insulation. This is the Storyteller Hilt, a $500,000 rig based off of a Dodge Ram 5500 chassis. The suspension is active hydraulic that automatically adjusts. I couldn't tell you any more about it except that it sounds expensive. The 6.7 liter hauls your dwelling space. The living quarters cabin is a composite with carbon fiber and Kevlar reinforcements. Keeps it light and still robust. Now, if you thought $500,000 was a lot, check out the Earth Roamer. Starting at $1.1 million, this Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous rig is no coach. Hauled by a Chevrolet 6500 4x4 chassis, it's proven with hundreds of thousands of miles, just as capable over any terrain. A house today is already pricey, but a house on wheels is next level. Overland Expo was definitely worth checking out. If you're unfamiliar with overlanding, it isn't all 4x4. Honestly, even your basic Walmart gear will do just fine, which is what I still have. Fine tune what works for you and go from there. As I was leaving, I saw this troopy in the lot and had to take a peek. With the Leno laws in talks, it'd make a dope rig if the budget allows. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, gang.